Guys, welcome back to another video, and we had a whole video planned out on your first purchase step-by-step guide. And Duna, the wizard behind the camera, was like, Steve, let's go, let's start recording a video. And it is Friday, it's 4:30. This is being released today at 10 AM on Sunday, and I decided not to film that video. I just wanted to speak to you guys about some things, because tomorrow morning is the beginning of the new chapter for me and Isabella and all the businesses. We have the final two pieces of the jigsaw that was missing coming together, and tomorrow morning at 10 AM, like I said, is the start of the new chapter of our business journey. And I decided just to literally speak to you guys. No scripts, no planning of a video, no real, there's nothing here. It's me just speaking off the cuff, just having a complete conversation with you. So it's real life, and I just wanted to touch on a few things. So I'm in my 9th year of property now, and the first 3 years were a learning curve. The next 3 years were the foundations, and then the next 3 years were growth. And now I am putting it into my 4th technically stage. So I've put the 9 years into 3 stages, and now I'm starting my 4th stage. And this is the one where I really want to cement myself as a property developer in the UK, where people go, okay, he's more than just somebody who has a huge portfolio. He's more than somebody that's just on social media. He's the real deal, and he's here to stay and create a legacy. And that's what I am trying to achieve. And the messages I get from you guys at home are, I want to be a property developer, or I want to be a business owner. Steve, I want to join your entrepreneur's world. I want to know how you created what you've got. So my question to you guys today is, do you really have what it takes to be successful? Do you have the passion? Do you have the commitment? Do you even have the level of concentration it takes to be successful? Now, I am successful on a scale in my head that's this big. To some of you guys, I am this big. And to the guys that look down on me who are so much further ahead, I am literally like the size of an ant at the moment. And I keep going every single day. I put 150% effort into everything I do. And no matter what's going on in my life, no matter how many knockbacks I get up, I keep smiling, and I move forwards. And I'm here today just to discuss with you guys what it actually takes to be partly successful, and some of the things that you will have to do if you really want to take it to that next level. So the first thing that I did when I wanted to be successful, and I realized that I don't want to be the same as everybody else, and I don't want to live the life that I've been living, was to cut out all of the negative and all of the negativity around me. That was difficult, because that meant the first port of call was cutting out family. And so many people, you know, family over everything, and blood related, that's my blood, that's this, that's that. I'm here to tell you that sometimes family can hold you back. Sometimes family is not what you think. And the way that we are meant to think of our family is, that's the unbreakable bond. Sometimes that bond does need to be broken in order to be successful, because negativity usually starts from family. Next up, you have your friends. Who are your circle? So right this second now, think in your brain, close your eyes and think, who are the 3 closest people to me who I speak to most? If you have to go on your phone and look at your WhatsApp for the last 3 people you spoke to, or the last 3 people you phoned, do that right now. What value do they add to your life? What are they bringing to the table? Are they having positive conversations with you? Are they uplifting you? Do they share your stuff on social media, or do they make excuses? Now, like I said, family is usually first and friends are usually second. And I made the decision to cut all of them out. and literally stick with my Isabella and move forwards. That was my first step to becoming successful. That's what it was. That was the key. So for me, that is the step I took that made me actually go to where I wanted to go, which was the next step. The next step after that was understanding what I wanted to do and getting educated. So I'm not talking about going on courses or getting mentored. They're things that you choose to do if you want to do that. Getting educated comes in a million different ways. My way of getting educated was going under the wing of somebody and literally doing what they told me to do every waking minute of the day. I was treated basically like a dog's body, but I accepted it because I wanted to be successful, and the person who was telling me what to do was the person that I looked up to. So why am I not going to listen to the person that I look up to who's telling me what to do? And I did that for 4 years, and over those 4 years I learned so much. I learned about business, I learned the ins and outs of business, running a business, managing a business, operating a business. But the key part to this journey of 4 years was the way that I got to learn about people and understand humans and watch hundreds, if not thousands of people come through the doors of his business and understand how they thought, sitting in on meetings, actually sitting and not speaking, just listening and watching. And it gave me an insight into how the human brain works. So the education side of things, like I said, doesn't have to be mentoring, it doesn't have to be courses, but it can be in other ways that it works for you, because everybody's brain works in a different way. When I understood what I wanted to do and I started paying attention to certain people, I needed to get money. And to get money, the only way is to work. And the harder you work, the more money that comes. Now, I hear a lot of people saying, Steve, you say work harder, so instead of doing 40 hours a week, I do 65 hours a week, but I still can't seem to get ahead. Working hard comes in different ways, and there's nothing in this world that will ever beat hard work, because talent doesn't work unless you do. So you have to be the hardest worker in the room. Eventually, a door will open that gives you an opportunity. The harder you work, the more opportunities that are presented to you. And an opportunity came to me 4 years later. 4 years. Some of you can't even work for 3 months. Some of you give up after 3 months. I see it all the time. So I have a deal sourcing division. People give up after a month when they can't find a deal. I own 11 luxury estates. People go out knocking doors and trying to find leads to sell £1 million plus houses. They give up after a month. People come into the office and watch me be a property developer 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. After a month, they give up because they realise it's hard. You have to go through the struggles. You have to get through everything that is thrown at you for a door, well, in order for a door to be opened for you. Now, I can't keep telling people the same stuff over and over again. I will tell people once and twice. After that, if you're not going to listen, you don't have what it takes, because you need to follow in the footsteps of the people who are doing what you want to do or are where you want to be. And by me doing a video like this, I'm telling you what worked for me, what was successful for me. Now, it might not work for everybody, but it worked for me. And I got to a level that I am at right now, which I'm not happy with, because I want more. I aspire for more all the time, consistently, every single day. Now, I do it for my family, I do it for my crews, and I do it for my Isabella. And I can't fail. I don't think you guys understand this. I can't fail. And the reason I can't fail is because I have a family. I have my own family, a family that I have to protect, I have to provide for, and I have to make sure that no matter how I'm feeling, whether I'm happy, whether I'm sad, whether I'm angry, I have to still perform at the highest level in order for my family to be okay. Now, do you have what it takes to do that? Because me, I have to sacrifice seeing my son grow up. I have to sacrifice spending time with my Isabella, who is the most important person in the world to me. And I choose to accept that responsibility in order to create the life that I want for them. And that means I don't get to see them. But we make arrangements. She comes and sees me with my son, and we get through it. We make sure it works because we have the vision, we have the bigger picture. I don't want my son waking up at 20 years old with that horrible feeling in your chest and your stomach when you don't have the money to pay a bill, or you don't have the money to do something that you need to do. And I've lived through that, and I don't want it for my son. So I can't fail. I have no fallback. I have no silver spoon. I have nobody behind me to save me. I have to succeed, and I give my all 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I literally live and breathe my profession, and that is what it takes in order to be successful. Some of you can't sacrifice a weekend with your friends. Some of you can't sacrifice alcohol. Some of you can't sacrifice smoking weed. Some of you can't sacrifice even a day because you'd rather do something that life brings you, or something in life that brings you happiness and joy. Unfortunately, you have to sacrifice. You have to make exceptions, and you have to give it 150% all the time. And when you walk down the street and there is a building there, and it's a building of offices, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning and there's a light on, that person in there is grinding and grafting away. And that is the mentality that you need to have. How do I beat a successful person if I can't even do what they're doing? Never mind, do more than them. You have to look at the most successful person that you can see, look at what they do. You have to be on par to be as good, and then to be better, you have to do more. I look at everybody around me who's successful, and I have to be better at all times. You do a networking event, mine has to be better. You do a development, mine has to be better. You buy 10 houses, I have to buy 20. You build 50 flats, I have to build 100. You have offices on a certain street, I have to have offices on a better street. Every single thing that I do, I have to be better than the people that I aspire to be. That's what it takes to be successful. You have to be a leader. You have to show people, this is who I am, this is what I represent. You can't outwork me. That is my mentality. I believe I'm the greatest. I believe I'm the best at everything I do. And I believe that I will become the greatest in this country, full stop. I will become the biggest property developer in the UK. I will own the biggest property education network in the UK. That's for starters. Then I will be going worldwide, and I have the vision and I have the dream. On my daily, a few months ago, when I signed for my box at West Bromwich Albion, I said I'm creating everything in order for my son to become the owner of West Bromwich Albion one day, because it won't happen in my lifetime. Well, guess what, guys? That is going to happen in my lifetime. I am going to buy West Bromwich Albion because I genuinely believe in my heart that whatever I set my mind to, I can achieve. Manifestation is one of the biggest reasons I am sitting in front of this camera today. Every single thing I've imagined has come true. And like I said, I believe I'm the greatest. And you need to believe that as well. You actually need to look in the mirror and say, I am the best, I am the greatest, and whatever I want to achieve, I am going to. Because you need to believe it first in order for people to believe it around you. Your team have to be inspired and motivated by you. Dream big. Don't let anybody ever tell you that your dreams are too big. Those people are small-minded. Keep away from them. And guess what, guys? Tomorrow is a massive day for me, and it also should be for you. Take that first step to becoming the greatest version of yourself that you can be. You will see my day tomorrow, 6 p.m. The daily's out. You will see how our first ever meeting with all of the structure in my companies comes into play. We're all together the first time ever, and my vision is becoming a reality. So guys, be nice, be kind, dream big, and I'll see you soon.